So hey guys, I'm going to show my binder today, which I'm trying to collect all 60 pages of this binder to be different theme. So yeah, currently I have around 24 pages, I believe, 25, and yeah, I'm going to show the current progress. So for the very first page here, we have the volcano lava kind of feel, and then you can see at the very middle of this row, we have a fire volcano here, and volcano here, so they kind of matches. And then in the very top, three of them are in a red sky, so I try to make it like there's a sky, and then there's a volcano, and then there's a lava at the very bottom. Looks like this, and this flashing feels kind of out of place, but the color theme kind of fits. So yeah, they kind of look like this. Okay, so for the page 2 and 3, we have this green forest theme page, where yeah, I kind of match everything. And then you can see like there's a sky view at the very left here. So at the very top we have this sky and sky kind of view, and then they kind of matches together because you have this tree here, and then you have this tree branch kind of like feels like it branches out here. And yeah, for the sky as well, we have this this grassland where it kind of matches. We have this gold look here, so it kind of matches the sky theme here. And for the very middle, we try and make it like a middle of pack. So in this page focus, there's this center focal point of Wu Qian, and then in this middle, this one, we have this iron, with this gouging fire here, right here. So it kind of has like this middle theme. And let's see what we have. And then this very bottom here, I kind of match the tree here, because you can see in this tree it kind of like matches the whole black tree vibes here. Yeah, and then bottom is like the, how do I put it, the bottom feel of the grassland, I guess, the jungle. And you can see like the pond kind of connects and everything. Yeah, so I try to make everything feels connected. Yeah, so that's how this grass page looks like. So it's like a double spread. And yeah, I really like this Crydon card because there's a few Pokemon cameo in it, because you can see this Crydon, there's like a, there's this Pokemon here at the very, in the branch. And yeah, generally it's just a cool special illustration rare card, which I really like. Yeah, so for the theme of it, as you can see, some are not really, everything is in English. So this gouging fire is in English, some are in Japanese, because it's, the budget is quite high to like make it 60 page. So I kind of like just buy some that are like cheaper, because Japanese in comparison, some are really cheaper. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. And for the next one, we have this double water page, Under the Sea. And yeah, so again, at the very top, we have this water that's kind of connected. You see at the top of the ocean, there's this water level here, and then it moves all the way here. Yep, this is for the very first one. And in the middle, I try to make it like, they're around, hovering around the top of the ocean surface level. So you can see, yeah, there's like, they're around here. And there's kind of like these two Pokemon, which is yellow team at the very side, which looks pretty balanced. And we have the bottom of the ocean here, which kind of makes sense. We have the horsey at the bottom right corner, which gives you a bottom right corner perspective. And at the very bottom, we have this Mantike here, which shows at the bottom of the ocean. I really like this card because this card is, I think the art is pretty good. Yep, so you can see it's like a scientist being underwater doing his task, and then he found a Mantike through his submarine. So it's a pretty cool card. Yep, I believe Mantike, there's like, I saw somewhere it states that there's like, in history there's like around 2 Mantike cards or 3, and this is one of it. And I also really like this Wiglet card because there's like a Psyduck cameo in it, because you can see that there's a Psyduck right here. There's a Slowpoke at the very corner here as well, which is pretty cute. And we have some Lufties and some other Pokemons here. So yeah, this is a really cool card. Really like it. Yep. And so for the right side of the page, we have this Pokemon card at the center, at the very center, which shows like the middle pack. And at the very bottom, we have Pokemons that are like in the deep sea, at the very deep level of it. And we have these 2 turtle brothers at the very side. And of course, at the very top, I picked Pokemon cards that are around the surface as well. Yep, so you can see, so there's like a layer to it. Yep, and this is a 2-page water Pokemon spread, which I'm really happy about. Okay, proceeding to the next one, we have this underground here and the city theme here. So going to the underground, so you can see there's like, yeah, these are like above the ground, and then kind of like a silver color theme. So you have a ground silver color theme, and this is like underground, and then you have Steelix at the focal point here. And I picked these 3 cards because this is like below the cave, and then it looks kind of cute. And we have, since this Pokemon has some red and blue, so I just kind of like match it together here. So it's like a above ground to the underground, yeah, kind of vibes. So the Dragon card is really cool, which I really like. Yep, that's about it for this page. And for the right page, I really like what I matched here as well. It's like a city theme. So above here we have the houses and their roofs. So you can see we have some Chatots here and some Latias on the roof hanging around and Squawkabilly, which is pretty interesting. This card looks pretty cool as well because you can see he's like hovering around the clothesline. Yeah, around houses, stuff like that. And the Squawkabilly card is a special illustration rare. Pretty cheap card, but yeah, it's a pretty cool art. See, there's a lot of different color Squawkabillys here. Instead of the green one, we have some blue, some gray, some yellow. Yeah, it's a pretty cute card. Okay, and then in the middle of the pack, we have the birds card around the middle of the city. So we have a row of bird cards. Yep, and at the very bottom, we have the city one. We have the Scovillain here, the Probopass, and the Archaludon. They are all hovering around the city market area. So yeah, this card has some cameo as well. You can see like a Lotet, a bird, a dog, and a Bidoof here, Bidoof's S. So yeah, it's a pretty cool card as well. Pretty cheap, to be honest. So yeah, for all these cards, I try to buy English if I can, but you know, some of them are really out of my budget, which yeah, so I'll just buy the Japanese one. Okay, for the very next page, I really like this. It's like a two spread. This is like a night theme, and then this is like a sunset theme. So for the night theme, we have, of course, again the sky here, and then these two cards is kind of like a combo, and then this one looks at the sky as well, so I just kind of make it together. So we have the Keldeo at the very center, and then the sun and the moon. It's Soul Rock, and this is Lunatoon, is it? I forgot what that means. And at the very bottom, we have the jungle vibe, the jungle kind of color vibe similar. So yeah, I think it kind of like pairs everything pretty well together. Yeah, I think the color theme of this page is, yeah, it's really good. I really like the color theme. We have this Aurora night theme. And at the very right, we have these cards that are like sunset theme, which I really like as well. So as the sky, we have this Latios, and yeah, you know, there's a Latias card as well for this combo, but that card costs like crazy amount, which I feel like, well, supposedly the card should be here, and then the Salaman should be here. So, you know, it looks like this. So there's a Latias here, and it'll look good together, but you know, the budget is pretty limited, so I just make do with what I have. And we have Salamence, so it still kind of looks like a sky theme here. Yep. And then at the middle, we have this cliff here, and then this cliff here, so they kind of like match together. And looking at the center here, we have this Mawile, this trainer. And at the very bottom, we have this Tyranitar, Great Tusk, and the Ogerpon. So it's kind of like a land kind of vibes. So yeah, you have this together. This card is pretty cool as well. I really like this Tyranitar card. Yeah, it's one of the ones that I really like, because the color theme and everything. We have some birds behind as well. It looks like, yeah, it just looks like he's pretty cool, all around monster. Yep, and the Ogerpon is, if you pay attention to this, there's a Pokemon Center stamp here as well, which I bought it because, you know, why not? Because the vendor was selling it for pretty cheap, so I just bought it. Yep, so this is both the pages that we have. And onto the next one, we have the house teams. This is the house team, and this is the color jungle team, which I really like as well. So for the house team, I kind of like grab these three cards together. So they kind of like, this is a connecting art. So we have the Placer and the Minion, and the Eevee as well. They're kind of like the same color theme, where it's like brownish, like, how do I say, sunset in the house. So yeah, it's kind of like connecting art here. And then I match the same color of houses where they are on sofas and like around the window. So you can see here the Mimikyu, and yeah, these three cards just kind of matches together, the same vibes. And at the very bottom, I just get the basic house theme, where we have a connecting art of Ralts, Kirlia, and Gardevoir. Yeah, it's pretty cool cards. I really like it. The Gardevoir is especially like delicate with this art, I believe. Yep. A lot of colors, a lot of family. So, you know, it's like, this card is like a connecting art where at first they got the Kirlia, they move in the house, and then everyone is still young, and then they have a baby, and they all grew up together. So, you know, really good family vibes. And this Eevee card, someone say these Eevee cards are like the evolution of it. So they say like the sleeping one is like Umbreon, and then you have like, I don't know, Jolteon somewhere here. So it's like, yeah, they're saying all 7 of these is like the evolution personality, which I'm not sure. But it's a really cool card. And at the very right, this is what I built, which I'm very happy as well. So it started off with these two as a connecting art, the yeah, the evolution line, where this orange just connected to the pink forest, and I feel like this orange forest is kind of connected to this as well. So I just bought this card, which, you know, the orange trees kind of connects. I really like it. And the bottom, I just took something that are like the same color theme, where we have the, how to say, the orange pink theme in under the water. So we have this 3 card that does the same thing. You know, everything's under the water and they're like kind of orange pink color theme. And at the very top, I got these 3 cards that, yeah, kind of matches as well. So this orange kind of like flows here, and this is the top Raging Bolt that, you know, it kind of connects these 2 cards together. This Ninetale feel kind of out of place, but I don't have any idea what jungle that can fit this color theme as well, or this color theme. So I just put the Ninetales here for now. Yep, so this is the team. These are 2 pages. So on to the next one, we have a basic one, gold color cards. So I went on a mission to collect all 8 gold Pokeball cards, which, yeah, the 8 are the only one that is available right now. So we have the Level Ball, we have 2 Nest Ball, we have 2 Ultra Balls, a Net Ball, Cherry Ball, and a Quick Ball. So there's only 8 gold balls in production, which puts me in a rough spot, but I just got the Electric because it's gold card and it's a ball as well. So yeah, it kind of like fits the page. So pay attention, these 2 Ultra Balls are actually different. Even though they're Ultra Balls, they are 2 different generations of cards, and they have 2 different art as well, these 2, the 2 Nest Balls. Very happy this page because I went through a lot of effort to find them, because nobody really collect gold balls. So it took me like 3 months to like look for all 8 of them. And for the right side, I just put a gold color balls as well, because gold color Pokemon cards, because it matches the gold team. So we have a good, you know, we have an evolution line here, and then we have a Mew at the middle, and then Koraidon and Miraidon at the very side, so they complements. And the top, we have the Terraform cards. We have Charizard, we have Garchomp, and we have Lapras. So yeah, a pretty basic gold color team. And for the next one, we have the Ice team. Everyone has been asking me to do the Ice team, so, but the Ice team, the cards are just too much variation. There's like a lot of Ice teams, but I just went with what I have. So of course, at the very first, again, we have the Sky. So you have the Sky, and then we have kind of like a jungle team here with this Vanillish and its evolution. So we have kind of like a layer of land with the Sky. And we have the jungle here. We have a glacier in the middle, so a few trees. So we have the Snow Run and so we have these trees that kind of like feels like it's connected to the icy jungle. And we have the bottom layer of ice, and then we have this, what's this, Snover and the Abomasnow all under the ice layer, you know. So yeah, this is how the page is made. As well as the very top, we have this water ice layer. So, you know, the Antarctica kind of feel. So yeah, it's again the water layer. And then under that, we have these trees are kind of like connected. So I like try match it. And we have the Delibird and his ancestor inside at the very middle. And at the very bottom of the ice card, I have these 3 cards. I really like this card because it shows that these 2 Pokemon cards, I'm not sure what the name is, Electivire, I think, and Magmator, is it? And they are in the ice zone, which is pretty random, but they're like 2 best friends. So I really like it. Pretty happy together. Yep. Yeah, so this is how the ice page looks like. Of course, there are better cards, but I just went with what I have at that time, because there's just too much ice cards that don't really match together well. You know what I'm saying? It's not like the water team where it's easy to match together. There's like a water level and stuff. Ice card just feels a bit out of place because they are all like, there's no background to them, most of them. So this is what I came up with. Okay, so for the next one, I collected gym leaders. So if you have played the Generation 1 or Generation 2 games, we have Pokemon Red at the very left, which is Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green. So we have started off with a Professor, giving you 3 Pokemon choices into all the gym leaders. So we have Professor Oak here, Brock, Misty, then we have Surge, we have Erika, Koga, Sabrina, Blaine Lastan, and Giovanni. Yeah, the most expensive one being this card, I believe, the Misty. But I bought it pretty cheap because there's like a den here. Not sure you can see, yep, here. Yeah, so the seller sold me for like, I think 50%, which, yeah, I think this card is still in a good condition. I just wanted it to be a binder, not grading it, so yeah. So we have the Generation 1 and we have the Generation 2. We have a different professor. This one is Professor Oak, this one is Professor L. So it has a 3 starter, and then we start off with Faulkner, Bugsy, Whitney, Morty. There's a Chuck card as well, the Fighting Gym, but he don't have an official card, so I just leave it blank for now. Jasmine, Price, and I forgot what's the name, the Dragon Gym Leader, Clara or something. Yeah, so these are not their official gym leader cards, but they are inside these Pokemon, the Kingdra Pokemon, the Abomasnow, And yeah, the Bugsy is here. You can see he's quite small to be seen. Yep, this is Bugsy, that's Generation 2 Bug Gym Leader. Pretty interesting. Oops. Yeah, these are pretty cool cards. And we have the Generation 3. So I couldn't get the Professor Birch card. So this is Generation 3. We have the Gym Leader as well, Roxden, Brawly, and Watson doesn't have a card, which, you know, cause some trouble, but we'll see. Flannery, Your Dad, Norman, Winona, Tate and Lisa, and Wallace. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, because I need a Birch card, and Watson and Chuck is missing. Nobody likes some uncle cards, I guess. And for the next stage, I'm collecting all the starters promo Generation 1 to 9, so you can see here. So Generation 1, we have the Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile. Yeah, so this card has like some pretty good, like, you know, throwback to them. So you can see in this, you can see the water, the Misty is Generation 1, so you have the Misty Gym Leader badge, you have the Pokédex, you have a Viridian Forest with Pikachu here, you can see. Yeah. And what is this? I believe it's some town as well. This is like the Fire Gym Leader town, I believe. So each of them have like, you know, a tail to the background is like dedicated to like the Generation 1, and then of course Generation 2 is dedicated to Generation 2. So you can see like this is the Jeep, the how to say, Victory Road, the Elite 4 town. And what else we have? Well, there are some that I don't research. This is like the Snorlax sleeping at the road where you need to use the Poke Flute. So yeah, each of them has like, yeah, this is the Marowak that in the ghost tower. Pretty interesting art, I really like them. So yeah, oops, this sleeve is not the best, we'll make do with it. Okay, and then these are like Generation 5, 6, and then 7. So we are missing Generation 3, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, which 3, 6, 9 hasn't really officially released yet, so yeah. So for information, I only played until Generation 3 of the game, which is why the gym list I only collected until Generation 3. And yeah, that's why. Okay, moving on, we have this Japanese art theme, and then we have this Crown Zenith, which is pretty simple. So the idea of this is pretty simple. We have the 9 cards, they are like connecting arts. They look pretty good together, so I just collected them. So I have the Pikachu in the middle, and everyone else kind of revolve around them inside the sky jungle kind of feel. So yeah, looks pretty good. And this one is the one that I put a lot of effort, because I really like these two cards, this Kingdra and Greninja. They look kind of like, you know, they have like a Japanese art to them. So you can see. So yeah, I kind of really like both these cards. I collected them and I feel like, okay, maybe I can make a page out of them, which I did. So we have the Greninja at the very middle. So everything looks like the same kind of vibe, you know, because you have like this Japanese drawing elements to it. So we have here, we have this, I forgot his name, Shift Tree, King Gambit, and Blood Moon Ursaluna, Landorus, Roaring Moon. So they kind of fit together in like one page because they have the same Japanese art. I'm not sure if you can see clearly. Yep, really happy with this page as well. And for the next one, we have the Rubbish, which is the latest I collected. So we have the Rubbish theme. So above we have the sky as well. Again, everyone's around hovering around the sky view. Then we have the bottom Rubbish construction site, kind of like street construction site vibes around Leiron, Houndour, and this Garbodor. And at the very bottom, I have the street view, which we have this Litio, Gumshoes, and Reticat. These two isn't really a connecting art, but you can see they're kind of like related. Maybe they're connected. So you can see, oh, even the artist is the same, so it's probably connected, because you can see the Gumshoe is talking to Rattata, and then he's hiding behind his parents here. Yeah, pretty interesting art. And yeah, that is my current progress right now for all my current binder. I have around 30 plus pages to go, which is taking a toll on my, you know, my wallet, but you know, we'll make do with that. We'll try. I probably can't do them in like a short time, but you know, let's see where this goes. I really like the hobby just by collecting cards. Of course, you know, they cost a fortune nowadays, but you know, I try my best. So if you are really interested, or like you want to follow my progress along, you can subscribe, like, you know, leave me a follow, you know, the yada yada, the basic one. So please subscribe so you can follow my progress. Yeah, yep. Thank you very much.